Hello, everyone, and welcome to Inside the Quality Awards. My name is Ralph Peterson, and in this video, we are going to go over question P2A2 of the Silver Quality Award, all about your competitive changes. We just, in P1A1, went over your competitive environment, where we learned about your competitive environment, and here we're asking you specifically, hey, when you look out over that environment of yours, your competitive landscape, are there any changes? And are there any opportunities, or what are you doing about those changes? All right, let's get into it. Here it is, P2A2, competitive changes. This is where we're asking you again, have there been any significant changes within your competitive landscape? Remember in P2A1, we asked you about your competitive landscape, wanted to know all about where it is that you are operating out of, what kind of competitors that you have. Now we're like, hey, has there been any key changes that have impacted your organization? It's a what question. What key changes, if any, are affecting your competitive situation? This is a present tense question. Keep that in mind. Including any changes that create opportunities for collaboration and or innovation. Now, there's a lot going on in this question, so let me break it down one piece at a time. First and foremost, as we know, the word key means most important. And when you see the word key, what I want you to keep in mind is it is a very low number. We're asking you a what question, which means we're asking you to list things or companies or situations that you're in this case. And it's a low number. It is not 5, 10, 15, 20, because we're talking about the most important. It's likely 1, 2, maybe 3 things, really most important things are impacting your competitive environment. You may have a lot of things going on, but like really significant. That's what we mean by key. Now, what are those 1 or 2, 3 things, if there's that many, things that are impacting your competitive environment? The other question that I get a lot from applicants is about the timeline. And there's a hint here where it says affecting, meaning it's present tense. And so the whole application, let me say this too, just as a reminder. This application is written in a past tense because you're talking about what you did last year. Or because this application's due next year, what you did this year, right? Like it's always a past tense. And so as an examiner, I hold more credit to things that you talk about if it's in a 12 to 18 month window. Within the last 12 to 18 months. So when I'm reading this question and I'm reading your application as an examiner, I'm expecting you to talk about key competitive changes that have occurred within the last year, maybe year and a half. There is a sidebar to that in that the Quality Award program does allow you to take into consideration up to 3 years. 3 years. So especially when it comes to data, you could be looking 3 years back. So even here, you may want to talk about something that happened 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It would be completely relevant, especially if that key change is still impacting you, still affecting your operation. But for me, I like the 12 to 18 month window, and I'm looking for 1 to 2, 3, 1, 2, maybe 3 things. Again, a very small number of key changes, hence the word key. Now we need to get into what the question is really asking. Is there any key changes? Have there been any key changes in the last 12 to 18 months that have been affecting your competitive situation? What are we talking about? So first and foremost, before I get into innovation and collaboration, let me just talk about key changes. It could be another assisted living that is opening up down the road and potentially going to be taking some of your customers, or a nursing home or a memory care unit that's going to be potentially opening up and moving in on your competitive environment. Or the opposite, where the assisted living or the nursing home or the memory care unit are closing or downsizing and creating maybe perhaps more opportunity for your organization. That could totally be true. At the same time, it doesn't have to be a direct, like AL, SNF, memory care. It doesn't have to be a direct one-on-one impact. It could be a new industry is moving into your town and they're hiring and they're offering a little bit better wages, a little bit different work, maybe than, because this other employer, which may not have anything to do with skilled nursing or assisted living or long-term care at all, but could still impact your business by offering more opportunities, drawing from the already depleted labor pool that we're in, right? Or even, I got to tell you, for us, if the hospital raises their rates for nursing staff, it impacts us. Nobody has to move in and move out. The hospital just simply has to raise their rates and we're struggling. We're in trouble, right? So even that could be a competitive change that we could be going through. Okay, so that's what we mean. We're just talking about a change that is either positive or negatively impacted. It's making you either more attractive or less attractive to your customer base or to your employees, that kind of thing. The two key words here that are really, really interesting, and I got to tell you too that as an examiner, this is not a throwaway question for us. This is, especially at the silver and the gold, we are looking for evidence that you are actually involved, engaged in your community. You know what's going on in your community and you're paying attention to it, and it's helping you make sound decisions. Like this, let me just say this for the 100 millionth time. This is a journey of trying to become, you're on a quest to become the greatest nursing center, the greatest assisted living center, the greatest memory care unit, the greatest organization in your county, in your state, in the country. That's what we're after. We're not simply filling out an application. We're on a quest here to become the best of the best of the best. The best of the best of the best. What is that from? It's from a movie or something. It doesn't matter. You get the point. So it's not like you're just guessing, you're not sitting in your office. We hope you're not sitting in your office going, has that place opened up yet? Have we heard about that place closing or opening? Has there been any key changes? No, I can't think of any either. We hope you're doing a much better, much more thorough environmental scan than just sitting in your office and kind of thinking about if there's anything going on. We hope that that SWOT analysis that you're doing, which we're going to get to in a little bit in the application, is a real thorough SWOT analysis. And you really do know what's going on. And the reason that we hope that is true is because we are looking for opportunities of collaboration and or innovation. So that's really what, as an examiner, we're looking for. We get super charged up when we hear about, hey, you were able, as a result of this competitive change, you were able to find somebody to collaborate with, or you were able to make some innovations so that you could bob and weave and handle the new thing, whether it's new competition or reduced competition or whatever, in a better way so that it either minimizes the negative effects of your organization, or it takes advantage of, some positive effects of your organization. So just to be completely clear, collaboration time. Come on. I think every time there's a word that ends in shun, I'm going to sing celebration because that's who I am. Collaboration time. It just simply means we joined forces. We joined forces. Imagine if, just as an example, a new home health agency started to provide services in your area. Or a new assisted living center opened up in your area. It could be scary if a new assisted living center opens up, and it could also be a wonderful opportunity to collaborate with them, to join forces with them. If there's a new transportation company moves in and starts servicing your area, what a wonderful opportunity you have to collaborate with them. Or if, other agencies that come in that also provide similar services that or services that your customers, your residents, your veterans need, collaborating with them, joining forces with them. What an amazing thing that could be really, really helpful, really impactful, not only for your residents, not only for your organization, but as an examiner, really helpful for us to see that you are indeed the type of organization that will earn easily the Silver Quality Award. At this case, Gold Quality Award at the best case. And that is, you are the type of organization that is always learning, meaning you're not shying away from collaborating with people or innovating. Let's talk about innovation. 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 Time. Come on. It just simply means that we changed our method. We changed maybe a way we do things. Something. Right? Like if you look, actually, because it's all in capitals, keep that in mind. It's in capitals means all capital letters, which means you can look at it in the glossary. And I'm going to tell you what the glossary is going to tell you. It's going to say innovation equals meaningful, two L's, change. Meaningful change. That's what innovation means. It means you're changing the way you, as a result of this competitive change that's happening, we change the way that we are doing things. That is what is meant by innovation. So that's it. So XYZ nursing homes, key competitive changes include we had this open or this closed, or these new services came into town, or those services that we used to use no longer are available in our town. That's literally, you have one or the other. It's either a positive change, it's a negative change. However, like all great organizations that are served lemons, they take the lemon, that's my lemon, and they turn it into, where's my lemon? And they turn it into lemonade with a straw. All right, it's a terrible drawing. Turn lemons into lemonade. That's what we are looking for. We're looking for evidence of you turning lemons into lemonade if it's a negative, or if it's a positive, taking that positive and sharing it or making it better with within your organization. So that's it. You can, again, just to reiterate, it is completely fine. You're not going to get points taken off. You will not lose points if you say, you know what, we haven't had any changes, competitive changes in our situation. Reasonable, we get it. I don't like it. I'd rather learn about stuff that you are doing. And as another hint, this is going to be especially for the gold level, if, I'm going to write it in red just so I can make this point. If you do bring up something about collaborating or innovating where you made change, if change, we are likely going to want to see some evidence, some proof of it. And depending on what it is, we may actually even want to see it in Section 7. You get away without doing it at the silver level. You will not get away without making this connection at the gold level. Just so you know, peace and love. That's it. I hope you found this video helpful. And indeed, if you are finding these videos helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel, liking, commenting, sharing it with your friends and your colleagues. My goal is to help everyone, as many people as possible, move from the bronze to the silver to the gold. And I can't do it alone. I need your help. Please consider subscribing, sharing, liking, commenting. And of course, if you have any questions, especially about the stuff I'm going over, you're like, can you clarify? Or what if this, what if that? Go ahead and leave me a message in a comment. I answer every single one. If you'd like me to do a different video, or if there's a question you're hanging up on, let me know. I'll make a video specifically about that question. I love to get your questions and feedback. And of course, if you would like to work one-on-one with a brilliant consultant who's been doing this for years and years, who's helped hundreds of centers, assisted living and nursing homes, win quality awards at all three levels, the bronze, the silver, and the gold, I know the perfect person for you. That's me. Reach out, Ralph at ralphpeterson.com. I will see you soon. Good luck.